Hey guys, we are here with Dylan. I first want to say thank you to you to accept this. Okay.
Ready to go?
Yeah. Dylan, where you were born and when?
I was born in Wichita, Kansas in 1991.
Oh. Dylan, what do you remember for your childhood?
For the most part, I think I had a really happy childhood. The thing I remember most about my childhood is my father telling me stories before I went to bed, and me playing baseball catch out in the backyard with my friends and my family.
Cool. Why your college at life? What do you need to shoot your major?
College life in the U.S. is a bit different than Brazil. I think the biggest difference is, for the most part, Americans tend to study elsewhere in different cities, and I think I like that the most. The fact that I lived away from my family, because I had a lot more independence, and that was the best part by far.
When did you come to Brazil?
I think I came to Brazil 4 months ago. I arrived in July, so I've been here for 4.5 months. So, yeah.
Where do you go? Where?
I work as an English teacher. I give private English lessons and also German.
No.
Yeah.
What do you like most about Brazil?
Most about Brazil? That's a really hard question. The people are wonderful. I think that's my favorite part is the people. The people I've met here have been extremely kind to me. They've also been really open. So definitely Brazilians is my favorite part about Brazil.
Which country have you been to?
The first country I went to was Spain. I went to Spain after high school. I did a study abroad program there. And I've also been to Mexico, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Panama, and now Brazil. Brazil is my first South American country.
Whoa. Which country was your favorite and why?
That's a hard question. I don't know. I think every country has, something unique that makes it special. But I've had a really good time in Brazil. I think when I leave, I'm probably going to choose Brazil as my favorite place so far.
This is funny. Because you are here.
Yeah, I'm here right now. I'm enjoying my time here.
What has been the funniest moment you have experienced since being in Brazil?
There's been a couple, but when I first came to Brazil, I didn't speak Portuguese very well. And, a lot of things in Portuguese are really hard to pronounce for Americans especially. And I remember this one time I was walking into a bakery, and I was looking at some of the things I wanted to order, and I saw a sign, right, that said pão doce, right? Pão doce. And I didn't know how to pronounce it, and so I went up to the guy and I told him, "Hey, rapaz, você pode me dar pedaço de pão doce?" Ele falou para mim, "Cara, não temos pão doce aqui, temos pão doce." But pão and pão is like the exact same thing for me. And everyone was laughing, and I had no idea why everyone was laughing. And
now you know?
Now I know, yeah. There's a big difference between pão and pão, right?
Yeah.
Pão. Very different.
Oh. What are you aiming to accomplish in Brazil?
To be candid, to be honest, I pretty much came to Brazil just to improve my Portuguese and also to escape Kansas for a while, because where I live there's not a lot to do. I live in the middle of the country and it's very rural. We don't have a lot of people, we have more cows than people, I think. So it's not very fun to live there. So I came to Brazil to meet new people, to experience different things, and to improve Portuguese.
Now I will do some questions more personal.
Sure.
What the biggest difference between the USA and Brazil?
everything. I mean, everything's different here. But you know, I've always heard that U.S. and Brazil are two of the most diverse countries in the world in terms of the kind of people you find here. But the diversity we have in the U.S. is a lot different than the diversity you guys have in Brazil. In the sense, in Brazil you have a lot of mestizos, right? Like every Brazilian is different. Like sometimes you see white people with black characteristics, you see black people with white characteristics. It's crazy. You know, in the U.S. we have a lot of diversity, but we have black people, white people, Mexicans, you know, like Hispanics. There's not a lot of mixes, you know what I mean? But you know, like look around the mall. I mean, every single Brazilian is different. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's really cool. It's really cool.
What's your favorite genre of music?
My favorite genre of music, it depends. I've experienced a couple of genres of music that I've never heard of in Brazil, like forró, funk, you know, so I've learned a lot more. My favorite general genre of music is probably folk music. So like Bob Dylan, John Lennon, Neil Young. Yeah, exactly. I love folk music. I think my favorite genre of Brazilian music is forró. Like Fala Mansa. I love Fala Mansa. I love it.
You look like a one.
I look like a... Yeah.
What's your favorite kind of food?
Kind of film?
Food.
American or Brazilian food?
Both,
okay. Well, my family is of German ancestry. My mom's from Germany, so we made a lot of German food growing up. So I think my favorite food in the U.S. is a thing called birox, which is basically like a bread. That's a roll filled with sauerkraut, cabbage, and meat. I don't think you have anything like that in Brazil. No. It's very different, very German American. And Brazilian food, I love açaí. I have açaí every day. Açaí, guaraná, I love it. It's definitely my favorite.
Dylan, I want to say thank you so much. You don't need. I don't know.
I didn't need to be here.
Yeah,
but it's fine.
This is so special because I think it's so different American and so.
Yeah, okay, yeah. One thing I want to tell Brazilians is I think you guys have an idea of how Americans are. But, you know, to be true, I don't think it's true. Like, Americans are we're not very homogeneous in the sense every American is different, you know what I mean? Like, I have friends, like, I think you think Americans are what, really reserved?
Yeah.
Racist?
Yeah.
No. I think we're like everyone else, you know? There's extroverted Americans, introverted Americans. It depends on who you meet. Every American is different.
This is so cool.
Yeah, we're a very individualistic culture.
What you want to tell the people of Brazil now?
People of Brazil? I want to say thank you for everything. I've met a lot of wonderful people in Brazil. I've met 2 more today. So thank you for being so kind.
Thank you, Dylan. Now, guys.
Bye, ciao.
Time to say goodbye.